Have you ever had a communication out of doors of crypto speaking about, how crypto goes to be X, Y, and Z for the worldwide economic device and how it is being followed through so-and-so, and you realize these kinds of humans just examine you and they may be like, yeah, positive, dude. Like, I'll agree with you once I see it, blah, blah. And then all of it unexpected, despite the latest spike inside the market, all of a surprising, they all accept as true with you presently. But what's loopy is that they do not want to consider you. When matters are flat, they're down, we're in the center of an undergo marketplace. It's just so funny how things trade like that. And this is precisely what I foresee going on as soon as we genuinely begin to see the massive adoption spike show up proper. As we absolutely take a step returned and we have a look at what a whole lot of these organizations, like for example Robinhood, are telling us, it is very clear that you already know. Well, crypto and the tech at the back of it's far going to be completely embedded within every unmarried essential method globally. We're talking approximately, you recognize business transactions, payroll, you understand coverage, fitness care, the supply chain, the whole thing that we think about. The whole thing that we can think about will basically be touched through this era due to the efficiencies at the back of it and the capacity that it simply does free up for ordinary lifestyles. So with this being said, we've plenty to cope with on this video, but we're especially going to be speaking about derivatives and Ripple with XRP, because this is what's deliberate. This is the big element that everyone must be targeted on. So with that being stated, welcome to the channel, every person. My name is Nick. For the ones that are new to the channel, with a bit of luck, by means of the give up of this video, you do come to be a subscriber. And additionally, if you guys haven't already joined the free Discord, right, go right down to the description below at the top. There's going to be a hyperlink for the loose Discord you may need to be part of now, because it's literally the exceptional Discord accessible for crypto, and I do stand by means of that, and you will see once you join. Now with that, permits dive on in. Here we from Good Morning Crypto Breaking. Robinhood CEO states crypto adoption is right here. We're nevertheless very early within the adoption cycle of this new generation known as crypto. We're 15 years into the delivery of a cutting-edge asset magnificence, and early buyers are set to earnings maximum off crypto adoption. Which digital asset do you trust will have the very best returns in 20? And test this out. This is from Robinhood. It's combined to carry us to this $100,000 plus coin level. I recognize the Trump pump. You may have provided you with that word. Or now it is of their list of offerings. Early, they're early. I mean, in case you examine the registered investment advisor marketplace, they're now speaking to me about getting crypto exposure. And that's a multi-trillion marketplace, one that Robinhood is entering as properly. Corporates, you recognize you're starting to listen extra, approximately groups placing Bitcoin and crypto property at their treasury and on the stability sheet. You have communicated of a Bitcoin strategic reserve. The entire USA is devoted to this. I suggest that might be a sport changer. Yeah. And if that were to happen, other international locations would in reality follow fit. And the argument is, if it's far like gold, as Jerome Powell stated, we've a gold strategic reserve, why now not ponder diversifying that into cryptocurrencies? But I assume the bigger point is, this is on the frontier of innovation and economic services. It's no longer only a tradable asset, however it is the subsequent evolution of infrastructure, like we went from mainframe to on-premise to cloud. Blockchain and crypto is the next step in that. And the question is, can we want the US to be a pacer on this new industry like we're in synthetic intelligence? I assume the solution is manifestly sure. We need to keep to guide that. And if we have a look at the next 5, 10, 15 plus years, I mean, it'll be loopy to honestly watch this space develop, because, at the give up of this cycle, we might be at $5, $7 trillion. It'd also be 10 trillion greenbacks. We do not know. But it's loopy due to the fact we've got watched this space develop from nearly not anything to be on this big asset magnificence. And if we're speaking about tokenization of essentially the whole thing, and if we're speaking approximately crypto ultimately shifting cash at the velocity of light and in a far greater green manner, and you already know the adoption of just going to take off. Deal to be finalized in early 2025. Both Robinhood and Bitstamp will appear at Ripple Swell. Bitstamp has been the maximum prominent on-call for liquidity-enabled crypto exchange. Bullish in this relationship to hold after Robinhood acquires. And here you have got the confirmation for about $200 trillion, and that is going to shut in early 2025. I am very excited to look at this manifest, and additionally to maintain this communique, here we also have Robinhood CEO. This goes back to, you recognize early, like I want to mention late August, early September. Here we've massive news. Robinhood has officially indexed XRP inside the USA, was stated through VETXO. Robinhood also is ready to gather Bitstamp for $200 million, further increasing its crypto portfolio, consisting of plans for a Ripple-powered digital derivatives trade on the XRP ledger. This strategic partnership is predicted to accelerate crypto adoption globally. Are you bullish on XRP and Robinhood's formidable movements? Published CC lawsuit. Check it out. A business or an institutional investor. They also need access to the things we offer. They want 24-hour access to the equity markets, want industry main margin charges, excellent client enjoy. So over the years, I do suppose you'll see us branching more out into serving different forms of customers, not just retail, however, additionally agencies and institutions. And to that end, we introduced an acquisition of Bitstamp, an international crypto alternate. One of the matters it is very attractive approximately that business is that it's not just global, but additionally institutional. Gets us access to an entirely new consumer base that we're not immediately serving nowadays. I suppose we can do increasingly more of that over the following 10 years. We are launching our personal derivatives trade in the next few months. So that's something we're most excited about and absolutely wish to cooperate closely with human beings there as well. In very last level of integration of really a few pinnacle 30 business banks globally on Bitstamp as a provider. So this business banks will offer crypto via Bitstamp. So it truly is honestly something we're very happy with. And again, you recognize this all includes XRP within the XRPL. It is turning into a completely full-size piece of the puzzle. And you realize what's humorous about all of this. This acquisition is about for 2025. In 2025, we see the huge push on crypto rules inside the US, Ripple being a US-based totally consumer, basically, right? Or a US-based totally corporation, sorry. With XRP and the XRPL, they may be at the leading edge of this. It just makes experience. And you already know what is crazy about all of that is sure, that is nonetheless centered on derivatives. We move again to this post here, and this is from Chad Steenruber. Ripple and Bitstamp are launching their very own digital derivatives trade. Bitstamp, owned through Robinhood, will drastically boost up Robinhood's crypto growth international, keeping over 50 lively licenses around the sector. Yeah, this is very large for Robinhood. It's very massive for Bitstamp, and it's very huge for Ripple. And if we consider Ripple with the exposure to the derivatives market, let's pass lower back to August 9th. Ripple joins the Us.Day, or the International Swaps and Derivatives Association, standing shoulder to shoulder with financial titans like JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, CME Group, or even BNY Mellon. Interesting. And that is all primarily based around institutional individuals in 79 nations. Now, on top of this, if we genuinely take a look at the bottom, we could truly see that Ripple's inclusion to the Us.Day opens doors to over 1,000 institutions worldwide. Even these days, Ripple is still fully devoted to imparting institutional DeFi offerings to establishments based around tokenization. Derivatives might be tokenized on-chain. Is this all a twist of fate, or is it linked? I do not trust in coincidences. If we move over here, new Us.Day contributors. Right here, we've all of the large gamers around the world, and of root Ripple is one within the US. And on top of that, if we pass over right here, Raul Lavani from Ripple, prior to becoming a member of Ripple, he spent over 12 years in economic offerings, most currently as the head of public coverage for APAC at Us.Day, and of direction over here. This is going to permit trillions to quadrillions of dollars on chain on these networks, creating a huge network impact. And I do believe that as we appear in slower back at Robinhood, particularly their CEO telling us that crypto adoption is going on and that we're very early on, we virtually are. Specifically, while we take a look at the general marketplace cap of crypto compared to the whole addressable marketplace, I am very enthusiastic about the future, and I'm very enthusiastic about what this will do for XRP and the XRPL.